So recently, I was confronted with a decision. Should I play SteamWorld Heist 2 or Cat Quest 3? And for reasons unbeknownst to myself, I chose Cat Quest 3. And I'm really glad I did. Not that I don't think that SteamWorld Heist 2 is a great game, I'm sure it is. Most SteamWorld games are really fun, but there was something about Cat Quest 3 that just called me. And no, I hadn't played the other two, this just looked fun, and I needed something fun. Not to say the other games I've been playing haven't been enjoyable or haven't been really good things about them, but I just needed something where I could turn my brain off. Hack and slash for a while, explore dungeons, level up, find loot, and be met with a story that honestly isn't very complex or hard to follow. Something that is just there, an overarching story. And that's exactly what Cat Quest 3 has. But before we get into this video any more than what we already have, please hit that like and subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. It really helps the channel grow. Anyway, back to Cat Quest 3, figuring out if it's right for you. And the first thing that I really liked about the game is the combat. It's relatively simple and quite like a hack and slash game, yet there's also a little bit of complexity to it. For instance, there's spells, and you can equip different spells as you unlock them or as you discover them. There's also ranged weapons, which can actually play a bigger role than in a lot of other games I've played like this. Although I would say your main attack is your melee attack, and you can equip different weapons from a sword, claws, and even a few other melee weapons. But switching between weapons is relatively easy. Incorporating your spells is also easy, and of course, your ability to dodge. All of these add to a really great combat experience. And if you're like me, you also like loot hunting. And in this game, there are plenty of dungeons to explore and find a lot of loot. And it's not just weapons that you actually find different armor pieces and accessories as well. Now, if you find something that you really like, and you just want to keep using it, good news. Because in this game, there's a blacksmith. Now, the blacksmith doesn't require a lot of different rare materials or hard to find things to upgrade your weapons. No, just money. And the only way that you really replace a weapon is just because you out-leveled it and you find something much better, and it just doesn't make financial sense to keep upgrading the current weapon you have to match the one you just found. But it's nice to know you have that choice, you have that option. And guess what? You also have a pirate ship in this game, and you can upgrade your pirate ship as well. You can upgrade your armor. You can pretty much upgrade everything. In fact, you kind of have to. You don't get to. If you don't, well, you're not going to make it that far. Because the game is also, we're not going to say difficult, but it's challenging. Or at least it can be if you go exploring in areas that you shouldn't, and you just won't take no for an answer. There are the opportunities to run into enemies who are 10, 15 levels above you, and you just kind of keep grinding or you run away, which is always fine to run away and come back later, because you have this whole open world to explore. There are a few limitations on how far you can go, but really it's almost overwhelming how many areas you can explore when you first start the game, like how many caves there are, how many different islands you can travel to, all the side quests you can take, all the NPCs you can meet, all the different stores you can go. There's just a lot to do. And if that seems overwhelming, don't worry, because it's actually really easy to navigate. In fact, your main goal in this game is to find the North Star treasure. Every couple feet, it seems like there is another posting for the North Star treasure and which direction you're supposed to be heading to find this treasure. So that in itself keeps the game on track, but also gives you that freedom to go and just do what you want to. Go explore, go level grinding or loot hunting or whatever you want to do, and you can just come right back to where the game is pointing you to go, which is very nice in my opinion. Especially as a person who likes going off the beaten path and looking for rare weapons, or I enjoy the fact that I don't have to worry about getting lost or forgetting what the story was about or what I was originally trying to do. No, that's pretty much impossible in this game just because of how easy it is to navigate through this world. And that makes sense considering, you're a pirate cat. Which does take me to the most important aspect of the game, and that is saving. You see, when you save, your little kitty takes a nap, and it is adorable. It has a real Puss in Boots quality about it. You're just like, oh, this little adorable kitty. Although just like 5 minutes ago, you were fighting this big nasty boss and standing up to it like a badass, but then you gotta take a little cat nap, and it's, like I said, just so cute. And don't worry, there is a ton of places to save, which I really appreciate in this game, or in any game. Please, just let me save when I need to. There's so many games I've been playing lately that don't just let you save. Now, granted, a lot of them are Souls-like, and I'm going off on a tangent that I don't need to, but just saying that there is plenty of places that you can save in this game, and that is awesome. Specifically, though, because there is sometimes when you're in a dungeon, and the enemies can be kind of difficult, but not super difficult, and you're using that to level up, and then before you know it, you reach the boss, and there's always a save right before the boss. Thank God, because a lot of times this boss is way over your level and it's gonna take some work to beat it. And when I say way over, I just mean like 5 to 6 levels. Most likely you gotta go upgrade your equipment. It's not a big deal, but to die and lose all of that progress that you made leveling up, that would just suck. Now, I swear to God, I did not plan to just blabber on about the adorable kitty napping at save points and how save points are awesome. I digress. But I will say that when we're talking about adorable, the game looks charming. It is incredibly welcoming, visually speaking. It's very bright, very detailed. I absolutely love the world of Cat Quest 3. And before I go, I do have to mention that I never had any performance issues either. Even in some of the crazy boss battles where there's a lot of things flying around and maybe even extra minions around, still never really had any major performance issues or any crashes. So ultimately, if I was going to give this game a grade, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I just absolutely love it. And even the price is really good for what it is. And it's 20 bucks, which is a little bit on that pricey side, but there's a lot to the game and it is incredibly polished for that $20. But that's just my thoughts on Cat Quest 3. Let me know what you think. Have you guys played any of the other Cat Quests? Is Cat Quest your thing or not? Let me know anything and everything in that comment section down below. I love each and every one of you guys. Take care, everyone.